How's it going, guys? Thanks for joining me on this YouTube video about PS5 a month later. So, what we're going to talk about here, we're going to talk about my personal experience with the PS5 a month later. Now, it's been pretty good for the most part. Obviously, we have had news articles about the um, issue with the rest mode. That's been a thing. I personally had been pretty scared to even turn that off. I have kept it um, off as far as rest mode because they say that if you're in the middle of a game and you just put it straight in rest mode, it can really mess it up. So I personally have not you know tried that out, tested that out, because I don't want to mess up my PS5. I know they said there has been updates to fix it, that sort of thing. I don't fully trust it, so I have chosen to just leave it off, which I'm going to go through a couple of my settings here. You'll see it when I switch scenes here in just a second. But yeah, so my experience with the PS5 a month later. So I really love it, really enjoy it. The best thing about it has to be the controller. The controller is just game changing. These triggers, they're adaptive. Now I will say this. While we're already on the discussion of a month later, I will say this: buy two controllers. Absolutely buy two controllers, because now I'm going to have to buy another one soon. Because with this button, it's like super loose. Like I barely press it, it goes down. Like I'm just tapping it, it's going down. This one, tap, I don't, tapping, no motion, tapping, it's going down. You can see the slight variation. It's actually usually a lot tighter than that. Like this one, you have to actually press it. This one, like I said, just barely taps. This one, nothing. See, it's loose. So now, obviously, it's going to depend on what type of games you play, that sort of thing. Me, obviously, I play a lot of like Call of Duty shooter games. A lot of choices of games to use these adaptive triggers. Now, I will say that that they are definitely badass. I enjoy them 100%. Um, the controller's amazing. 100. Just the experience with the adaptive triggers are really good. It's just that you're going to want to, because they do wear out. I actually thought that my right one would wear out a lot more than my left trigger, but um, it just so happens that that's not the case. The overall feel of it, though, is amazing. The design of it is awesome. I mean, I haven't really had a bad experience. I wouldn't say that the trigger issue is a bad experience, because it still works the same. I just know that eventually it is going to fully give out. So that's just my thoughts on the controller. It's really good. It's definitely an upgrade from the PS4 controller, which I no longer own. Um, but and I've always been a fan of like the Xbox controller. As you can see here, I have the Xbox controller. Now this is the Halo edition. I think it's the I don't know. Don't get me to line. I don't remember which version, but it's the Halo edition. I really love the Xbox controller. I like um, the layout of the sticks. I like the overall feel. The thing about these triggers is they never go bad. They're really good. Never had a bad experience with those. Um, and that was always before my favorite. Now, with the PS5, it trumps it. It basically trumps any controller on the market from any game system or whatever. The PS5 just does it. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get into the uh, the overall PS5 interface. So this is where you start. If you start at the PlayStation Store screen, I'll show you a little bit of that. You can kind of go through here. Now this is as of 1/8/2021. This is what the store looks like. Coming soon. You get a coming soon section showing you what games are coming out. I'm really excited about Hogwarts Legacy, Project Athia, Back for Blood. Kenna, Bridge of Spirits looks kind of cool. Might want to stream that, which, by the way, shameless plug. If you head over to Facebook.com/gaming, or you could just go straight to the page. You could go to Facebook.com/Specifik, SPECIFIK gaming, and you can check out my live streams, which I stream every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, unless something pops up, at 6 p.m. Central Time. So I think Kenna Bridge of Spirits will be a good game to stream. If you go through here, that's just a little bit about that. Featured section, you get a nice featured section. Basically every month or every few weeks they choose to update this. This will be kind of tailored to the games you already have. It knows I've been playing a lot of Rocket League, Valhalla, so it'll try to get you to buy some expansions, that sort of thing. That's just the sections you have at the bottom. You still have collections, which as you can read here: discover monthly picks, discover for all ages, PlayStation Indies, holiday sale, curated by PlayStation, editorial feature, the PS Plus collection, which so far is a pretty good collection, I would say. As you can see, I have most of the ones that I wanted. Some of these I've already played, and I probably just will never play again. It'll recommend you some games because I played Valhalla, Free to Play, Fortnite, Warframe, War Thunder, Destiny 2, which this one you get the PS4 and PS5 version. So I might have to actually get that and try the PS5 version of it. If y'all want to see that, comment down below if you want to see the PS5 version of Destiny 2, and maybe I'll load it up and try it. Make a YouTube video on it, on my thoughts or something. If that's something that y'all want. As well, let's go to the subscriptions. You see here the PlayStation Plus collection, welcome to PlayStation Now, EA Play, the PS monthly games. As of now, you can get Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which I got, Greedfall, which I got, Maneater, which is the PS5 only edition. They do make this for the PS4. However, they do not give you the PS4 version. It doesn't matter if you have someone on PS5 redeem it for you with your profile. It doesn't matter. You're only going to get the PS5 version. Now, before you go out and you try to get someone with a PS5 to download this, keep in mind people are getting banned because there is a situation out there where people are going out there. They're basically charging people for them to enter their account in their PS5 and redeem these games for them, the PS5 exclusive games like Maneater, as you can see. And PlayStation is onto this, and they are banning people for that. Now, obviously, a couple friends, yeah, that's okay, but people are doing like 15, 20 plus accounts, and just keep in mind, if that's something you plan on doing, don't do it. It doesn't matter if you're making money or not. Obviously, they can't really look into that sort of thing, but keep in mind, don't do it. They are banning people's accounts for that. So here we have the PS Plus exclusive discounts. There's that. EA Play Early Access Trials, must see on PS Now. You've got the good old browse section, which just so far it defaults to best selling, which, you know, I'll show you the first few pages here. But then you've got your Explorer section. Here it shows you like different news stories, things about recent games you've played, things like that, which is pretty interesting. Fortnite, Housecast, which I don't even know what that is. I guess it's like a podcast situation, GTA Online. You just got different things here. I'm not going to read all these, obviously, because there's a lot. You got your live broadcast based on games you play, popular videos of games you follow. Then we can go in here, go to the last few games that I've bought and or played. Obviously, anytime you play a game, it's going to be the first one to pop up. So as you can see, the last game I played personally was Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Really enjoyed, great game. Not a super big upgrade. So if you choose to play it on the PS4 right now, you're going to be totally fine. There's not a huge difference. Rocket League is super fun. I really enjoy it. But obviously, as you can see, it is the PS4 version. Right next to Rocket League, it'll show you PS4. Here, it won't show anything if it's a PS5. It won't show that. Grand Theft Auto 5, PS4, as you can see. That other little symbol just says that it's on my external hard drive. Same thing with the Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's a PS4. You can see I got it from the PS Plus collection, or the monthly PS Plus collection. Then I got Greedfall, same thing. 2K21, PS5 edition. Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, PS4. Then I have Black Ops Cold War. That is the PS5 version. I'll go ahead and show you my library here. Console storage, as you can see, I have so far 2K21, Rocket League, Fortnite, Valhalla, Immortals, Phoenix Rising, PS5, Cold War, Odyssey, and Cyberpunk 2077. Astro's Playroom is a free game, but I deleted it because I just haven't played it. But super fun game, really will give you the experience of the adaptive triggers. I personally think it gives you the best experience, but something like Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, that does really well with the adaptive triggers. 2K does some of it. Fortnite does some, I believe. I can't remember. Valhalla does for sure. I've yet to play Immortals Phoenix Rising, so I couldn't give you any feedback on that. Cyberpunk is not the PS5 version. As you can see, it says PS4. If you want to edit videos, that sort of thing, straight from your PS5, that is once again an option like you had on the PS4. But this is a little bit more updated. You have like 4K features, that sort of thing, with Share Factory Studio. This is not the same one that you had on PS4. Remote Play, Media Gallery, PlayStation Now, PlayStation Plus. This is my extended storage, which is a terabyte. I have Greedfall, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, For Honor, Rogue Company, Crash Bandicoot 4, Grand Theft Auto, Genshin Impact, Crash Bandicoot, Ratchet & Clank, Ghosts of Tsushima, Modern Warfare, Days Gone, The Last of Us Part 2, Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition, which I plan to play eventually, maybe do a video on it for the YouTube, Warface Breakout. Then we have Fall Guys, super fun game, but I have yet to get a crown on, so I'm pretty salty about that. Then you have your media section. If you hit your R1 button, it'll bring you over, or obviously you could just tab over with the navigational buttons. You can go all apps, which I don't download really many apps on here, but I'll kind of roll through. So if you choose to use your PlayStation 5 as basically like a media device, then you'll know what you can get out of it. So with that there, like I said, that's just a quick little overview of that section. TV and video, you get to see the featured stuff here, recommended to you from YouTube. Then basically some more suggestions as we go down the line: Pluto TV, Crunchyroll, Tubi, Funimation, Disney Plus, Prime Video, Peacock, and Netflix trending. So then if you go over and you've got app library, as you can see, there's nothing here yet because I don't use those. Like I said, I actually use like my Roku device, that sort of thing. One thing that I'm going to show you guys, which I think you might actually be interested in, is my current settings. So, and I'm also going to show you this just for the sake of if you're trying to add different like profiles and stuff like that. And let's just say you game share with a friend. I'm gonna share this because I think it's important, because I have watched tons of videos and I don't think anyone explains it like it needs to be. So if you're going to game share with a friend, as you can see here, we have the account information, privacy information, link with other services. As you can see, I only have Twitter and YouTube linked. Then you have other. So this is your console sharing and offline play. It reads, allow anyone who uses this PS5 to play your games and media, even when the console is offline. So with this, now I have this enabled, so basically anyone on this console account wise can play all of my games, but that's just for now. So I have a friend that I game share with. He doesn't have a PS5 yet, so it's not that important, but this is what you're going to want to do. As you can see, you got two options here. When he gets a PS5, on my profile, he is going to keep this enabled on my profile on his PS5, right? On my profile. On my profile on here, I'm going to disable it, which means that nobody else on my console can play my games. And I'm going to do the same thing on his profile. So basically on here, I will enable this option for my PS5, so it will share his games with me that I can play on this PS5. And then on his, he will disable it on his PS5. And then basically what it'll do is, since my profile is enabled on his PS5, that basically means that I'm sharing games. His off means that he's not sharing games with anyone else. So there's that. Then on mine, I have mine disabled, which means nobody can share games, but his is enabled. So obviously any games that I own, I'm going to be able to play regardless because I own them. But it is basically a way to game share on PS5. And yeah, that's just how you do it. So on my PS5, I'm going to have it disabled on this one. His profile will be enabled, so he's sharing games with me. Vice versa on his. So that's just something. I hope I explained it well. Obviously right now I'm the only one with a PS5, so I haven't really touched that. It's enabled right now because it doesn't make a difference. If they're on PS4 and their profile's on here, I can play anything from anybody's profile. However, when everyone gets a PS5, it's going to be different. So here you have login settings. I log into my PS4 automatically. I don't use passcodes or anything. Here you can see users, just a couple profiles that I have on mine. Let me know if there's anything you want me to deep dive into as far as all of this. But a lot of these other options are pretty self-explanatory. I think here you have to, if you're going to live stream to Twitch straight from the PS5, obviously you're going to want to link that, but I use Streamlabs to go live, so I don't do any of that. Let's see. Family and parental controls, pretty self-explanatory. System options. So I have enabled HTTP. You want to disable enable HTTP. If you're going to use Streamlabs or you're going to stream or something, you have to turn that off. However, enable HDMI device link, you're going to want that on. As far as these other options, you can just kind of pause the video and look at them if you need. Pretty self-explanatory stuff. There's not really a web browser yet, so that's basically just, I guess maybe if they decide to add it later on. Those are things, but I didn't even realize that I didn't change my PS5 name. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Boom. Specific P5. Alright, so here's just a couple of these other options. Like I said, here's system software update and settings. You can update your system software. You can download update files automatically, install update files automatically. I need to take you guys to the, where is it? All this stuff is pretty self-explanatory, straight from PS5. Captures and broadcasts, if you're going to do broadcasts, you have these options. 1080 at 60 frames per second, which was not available on PS4 or PS4 Pro, I don't believe. I think you could do only 1080 30, but 1080 60 is an option on here. Audio, obviously, do you want to include the voice chat audio from like your parties, that sort of thing. Camera, I don't have one. Overlays, I was hoping that that was going to be something like Streamlabs, where you could just add different cool little overlays, but it's just chat and activity. And you can position them where you want. Chat to speech if you want that on. You can control the speed of the speech, the pitch of it, and then the volume of it. So you can just you can kind of do what you want with that. You have a trophy section, which actually I'm going to turn trophy screenshots off in the videos because I don't want videos based off of trophies, but if that's something you're interested in, obviously that is an option. Now, let's see. Let's go into system again and then go to power saving. Set time until PS5 enters rest mode. Don't put in rest mode while playing games. Don't put in rest mode. I have that just because I'm scared something's still gonna happen. Like they haven't fixed it yet. But when I get official word, or we're at the 2 or 3 month mark and no one's had issues with putting their console in rest mode, I'll put it back in rest mode, just like I used to do with my PS4. But I'm still scared that something's going to happen. Obviously, it's a super expensive piece of equipment. It's hard to get. You'd have to wait 2 weeks just to get it fixed. So not something that I'm interested in doing. But that's just a little look at the PS5's UI. As far as an update since the very first one that I made, since I had it. Here, when you click your name, online status is online. You can click your profile. That's the short little area that it gives you. It actually tells you how long you've played it. Total play hours 11. I played 40 hours of Rocket League, 382 hours Grand Theft Auto, that sort of thing. Friends, shared section, all of that is pretty interesting and cool looking. Here is the new trophy section. There's that. You can kind of scroll through here and see some different games and stuff that you have trophies for. Then if you click it, you can just switch user or log out, and then that's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory stuff there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and switch back over here to switch it back onto my face now. So the thing is the PS5 worth it right now? Absolutely. The only thing is that there's not a lot of games that 100% use the PS5 hardware, but you are going to get like a slightly beefed up version. Obviously, you are going to see a difference from most of the PS4 to PS5 versions, but it's not night and day. Miles Morales looks incredible on PS5. Valhalla looks pretty good, but it's not so much different from the PS4 version. Cyberpunk runs better on PS5 than it does like a base PS4 or the Pro. The Pro does fairly well, but I think the PS5 does the best as far as the PlayStation side of things. Obviously, they say that the Series X does way better than the PS5 as far as crashes, any sort of issues, things like that. But yeah, I mean, I think it's worth to get if you can get one. Now, I will say this. If you are interested in getting one, with your stimulus or your tax return or whatever money you have, mine cost me $540.17. That's the exact price that I paid when I got mine. Now, I got mine from Walmart through the Wave 3 or 4 when they first, like the initial release of the PlayStation 5. Now, one thing I can say is you're going to want to follow multiple people on Twitter. Let me look at a few of those, and I can give you exact names of who you're going to want to follow if you have interest in getting the PS5. I know you're going to want to follow Jake Randall, JakeRandell. He's a really good source. As far as anyone else, let's see here. You are going to want to follow. I mean, once you follow him, it's going to suggest you a lot of good ones. Cheeto Gaming YT, CHITO Gaming YT, YT being capital. Really good guy to follow. Honestly, those are my top picks, but there are some actual like PlayStation pages that are put on. So PS5 only. That's a really good page to follow. Those are kind of the three best ones, but there's some other profiles, but yeah, you're going to want to follow some really good Twitter followers because they're always watching. Every second they get, they are going to make a post. They're going to say, hey, look, and most of the time they actually do a live stream and they say, look, the PlayStation 5 is going to be available at Target. Possibly we're looking at maybe like 8 a.m. Eastern time, that sort of thing, because most of these people are in the East Coast. So you're going to want to follow someone like that if you plan to get a PS5, because it's not just going to be a situation where you can just walk in the store and go grab one for a little bit. So yeah, that's basically been a reaction to how I have been dealing with the PS5 a month later. I've really enjoyed it. I think it's worth it. If you can snag it, you have the money, go ahead and go grab it. Just keep in mind the rest mode situation. If you want to take precaution like me, turn off rest mode until we can confirm that it's 100% fixed with updates and it's not going to brick your PS5. If you know what bricking is, basically if you brick your console, you're turning it into a paperweight, basically useless. So take care of your PlayStation 5. It's not a cheap console, and it's very rare to get. Obviously, you have to really pay attention. You have to be on your toes. You have to be dedicated. If you're not dedicated, you're not going to get one. Just point blank period. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's just the way it is. But if you want it, you can follow me. If there's a big release and I have time, I'll even go live just like the other people, and you can come follow me, and I'll make sure you guys get PS5s and Xbox Series X's, whatever you want. I'll make sure that I provide the content for you guys if you want that, because I've already got mine. So I'm cool with giving you the information to go get one, since, I mean, every day, you know, usually on my Twitter page, if you want to follow me, I will usually provide those same updates as the big guys who are posting about it. I'll usually post the same on my Twitter page, which is my username on Twitter is Specifik, SPECIFIK, like you see in my overlay, and then G, so Specific G on Twitter. So if you want to drop a follow on there, it's much appreciated. Basically, you'll be able to get all the same updates that I have. If I hear anything new, I post about it. Unless I'm asleep and I wake up and I see it, I'm already too late. So I choose not to post on those. I only want to give you guys the best information that I can. So with that being said, I just want to close this out with saying, thanks to the sponsor, Rogue Energy. If you guys want to use code Specifik, SPECIFIK, then you're going to get 10% off your order from Rogue Energy. It's going to be in the bio, so just stay tuned for that. If you want to get Rogue Energy and use my code Specifik, SPECIFIK, that is an option. It's going to be in the bio. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you're new. As you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, I do stream on Twitch. I stream on Facebook Live. Sometimes I'll be live on YouTube Live as well. So if you're interested in that sort of content, let me know, and I'll provide you guys whatever you want. Drop in the comment how you felt about the video, what content you want to see on the channel, that sort of thing. I've really, really enjoyed this. I had a friend, shout out to Jose. He wanted me to make this video, so shout out to you, Jose. And yeah, hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. My name's Specifik. You've been watching Specific Gaming, and yeah, y'all have a great one. Specifik out.